11/24/2015, 11:23 in the morning. Going to call back IAD security. Sergeant Green again.
Hey, Sergeant Green. So I did a little bit of digging, made a couple of phone calls after I got off the phone with you.
Yeah.
And what I've been able to find out so far, number one, Mr. doesn't come up in our database.
He doesn't.
So no.
Okay.
So that tells me if he was detained, they didn't process him, do all our documentation we should have done, and all that other stuff.
Okay.
As far as, did you have any other further info on this associate as far as position or involvement or anything like that, so I can kind of make sure we're talking about who I think it is?
I just know she was a loss prevention officer in the store. We have a couple reports where she identified herself as loss prevention there.
Perfect. And we are talking about the same person. This is a former loss prevention officer at that location. She no longer works for the company anymore.
Is it possible, and I don't know if you guys keep the records, but do you keep records, like all the arrests or like detentions she made? Do you guys have those, like all the cases of theft that she was involved in when she worked for you guys?
Again, there's a strong possibility because typically the longest retention before we destroy documents is between a 3 and a 4 year period.
Okay.
So, and she's been gone outside of that window, so if we do, it's going to require me trying to reach out to where we send our records down to Southern California and one of our distribution centers.
Okay.
I can tell you there's nothing kept online going that far back involving her, so it'll more than likely, short answer, no, but I can follow up with our records down in Southern California and see if by chance there's still any from her.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'd appreciate it. Do you know what date she worked for the company?
I would have to confirm that with our HR department again. This was well before I took over this market.
Yeah.
So, and even her, I tried to reach out to her former supervisors. Neither one of them are no longer with the company also. Which is
yeah, it's been a while.
A drawback also. I can tell you that she didn't leave voluntarily, if that helps at all.
Oh, okay.
And there's some other info that I know that involves her. I would just prefer if I run it through my legal department at our corporate office, if it's okay to divulge that.
Yeah, I totally understand.
Mainly discharge reasons and some other things that she was involved with that could kind of coincide with what you're looking into with your officer.
Yeah, and that that might be perfect. And I can tell you too that the information that you provide to me stays internally within our office. It doesn't leave or go outside of our office. And our investigations are very, very protected, so that you can offer that or feel more comfortable personally knowing that it doesn't leave our office.
Perfect. Alrighty. Well, let me. It's probably going to be midweek before I get an answer back from Southern California.
Okay.
Where we keep those records, whether or not confirming if they can find anything that she's done. But like I say, unfortunately, I would say don't get your hopes up on that front.
Yeah, that's all right.
And then I'll also reach out. Hopefully, I can get somebody to respond by Friday from our legal department, and I might be able to provide you a little more information. Again, that kind of coincides with maybe what you're looking into. I guess long story short, a good way to word it, we may have had the same situation involving her and her former supervisor. Some things were happening and it shouldn't have been going on, long story short. So.
Do you know what was her former supervisor's name? Do you know? That doesn't ring any bells. All right.
Yeah, so, all righty, but yeah, let me look into into that, and I'll do my best to get back to you by the end of the week. If not, I'll definitely shoot you a call at the first of the week and let you know where we're at with everything, okay?
Okay, and one last quick question. For Rite Aid, do you guys have a civil remedy process?
You mean like civil restitution?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
You guys do. And what do you guys normally charge for civil remedy, or is it case by case?
It's typically case by case because it involves the length of time that particular loss prevention officer spent with their surveillance, the detention, and the dollar amounts taken into consideration also. But we do all that via a third-party law firm.
Oh, I see.
And so it's contracted out to them, but I would say the average restitution that's sent out on the majority of our cases is between $300 and $500.
Okay. All right. Well, you know what? If we get together next week, I may have you run me through that process just so I have a better understanding of how you guys do it and determine the amounts and all that sort of stuff.
Absolutely, and you could be a valuable asset to me as well as we're having a huge, as I'm sure you're probably already aware, a huge issue in the Sacramento market with organized retail crime and booster activity. And I'm looking to start the process of hiring hopefully a couple of off-duty SAC PD officers for our stores, and I need to figure out who's a good contact person, get the ball rolling and all that. So maybe, next week would be a good time for us to sit down and you can kind of shoot me in the right direction to get the ball rolling on that if you don't mind. Yeah,
I can kind of tell you kind of what our department's perspective would be and what you would need to do. You guys are in the county, so it would be you'd probably have to look to the county, but I can maybe at least give you some ideas or point you in the right direction.
Yeah, and it's kind of weird because we have roughly about the market that I cover, we have, I think it's 5 to 6 stores that are actually covered by SAC PD, and the remainder, to your point, are covered by the county. I just need to find out some good contacts so I can get some officers in our stores.
Okay. All right.
Fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Have a good one.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.